You're taking this too far, Bruce.
Alright, I guess we'll find out if we're taking it too far or not.
You assume the persona of a bat, but you're not an animal.
The codex has been updated. Okay, good to know. What are you talking about? We did nothing to that
Your
guy.
parents didn't raise you this way. And neither did I.
What?
Look, I did
What is he talking about?
But at what cost? We both know how this argument goes. Especially now, during this...
Okay, that seemed like not the logical conclusion.
Show the world
He literally just had him tied up. That's it.
Giving everything to the city and then being murdered for it?
My thoughts exactly. Every time you leave this cave.
Okay, well, the data's been decrypted,
Good.
so we're
Just
close.
like your parents. Don't lose that. I don't mean to be a doddering old fool on the subject, but as a friend, the burden of advice falls on me.
Trust me, I won't lose my way.
It's quite understandable to stray from the path now and again, so long as you can find your way back. You bury the person, Bruce, but you never bury the memory.
Sometimes I wish I could. That night, that alleyway, it made me who I am. I can't get it out of my head.
That is your gift and your curse. Being Batman can allow you to turn back the tide of treachery that's reached this city's shores, or drown you in its sorrow.
That's a
When you
cool
doubt your
line.
fate, remember why you started all this. Remember that boy in the alley.
I won't forget.
Neither will I.
Okay, maybe the decryption is complete. There we go. What do we got?
Well, back into the fray again.
Alright, so our codex has been updated. This is just the feed here, just with a bunch of information. I want to see what the codex says. Alright, so the codex has got a couple of updates. One of which is for Harvey Dent. We got some more info for Carmine. Some more info about Vicky Vale. And some additional information about James Gordon. And then lastly, we obviously found out a lot more about... Now we know her real name is Selina Kyle. Alright, excellent. So, Bat Computer.
Well, looks like that egg
Let's see what you got
finally
for us.
cracked. And inside, Mayor Hill was hiding
What exactly?
more than I could have imagined.
Wow.
This is a complete
Okay.
manifest of Carmine Falcone's criminal organization.
What in the world was Hill doing with all this? Illegal arms dealing, drug running, mob hits, money laundering? Falcone's been involved in everything.
Hill could have been building a case against Falcone.
To win the election.
Ah,
Bolster his
that's
campaign
true.
If he eliminated Gotham's most notorious crime family.
Alright.
This
We
is
have our
it.
hologram again.
With this proof, we can finally knock out Falcone's organization.
Where would we possibly begin to dismantle it?
This is a police matter.
There's only one cop we can trust to handle this evidence correctly.
Lieutenant Gordon. He could mobilize the entire police force against Falcone.
What about that reporter from the Gazette?
Vicky Vale?
Yes, Miss Vale. She could release this evidence through proper channels. I suppose it comes down to who you want to help.
Oh, okay.
Or
So we gotta
think
pick and
would do
choose.
the most good.
I'm hopeful that Gordon...
The cops are on the front lines of this war. Gordon needs this more than anyone.
A wise decision, sir. We'll attack Falcone on two fronts tonight. Gordon through the police, and Batman...
By any means necessary. Whatever Falcone is planning, it ends tonight.
He's
All right,
spider,
suit up,
Bruce.
Batso.
Eyes everywhere. A dense web of goons poised to trap you. No one has ever managed to bring him down.
I haven't tried yet.
Time to rock and roll. Here we go. Alright, I'm guessing this is where the action will happen, as far as, like, the fighting goes.
This is a silver bullet. And it's gonna put Falcone down once and for all. I don't even want to know where you got this.
No, you don't.
Still, I gotta know one thing. Why give this to me? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the hell out of this.
I heard you were the last honest man on the force.
No need to blow smoke. I got enough cancer coming my way as it is. But thank you. Honestly. Knowing this evidence can lock up Falcone. I'll sleep like a goddamn baby. For once. You know, as much as I appreciate you calling me here, I gotta make one thing crystal. I can't be bought. So you should know this
Okay.
isn't gonna change a thing about the investigation of your family. The Waynes always supported the Gotham police. So I like to believe there's no cloaks or daggers hidden in your closet.
The investigation isn't the problem. It's the Wayne family name. Help me clear it.
If your family's clean, I'll sing it from the rooftops. If they aren't, I'll still sing. You gotta understand, I'm bound to this badge.
Alright. So it looks like
I gotta
he'll go
Came
for...
straight from a crime scene. Haven't been home yet.
He'll go
Sometimes I
after
think this whole
Carmine,
city's
right?
a crime scene. We're
And
just
then
walking
Batman's
through
going to
it.
go after him as well.
What you're holding will make walking it much safer.
Thanks, Bruce.
Well, Lieutenant,
Hey, stick to Jim.
Jim Gordon.
it's done.
Good. So is our hunt. The drones located Falcone downtown, a place called the Skyline Club.
Alright, then that's where we're headed.
Dressed for that kind of party.
Well, I can always change in the car.
Come on, let there be something cool here. Wait, what? It transforms into the Batmobile? Dude. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's rock. Time to make a grand entrance at the Skyline Club. 9:19 p.m. Nice landing. Kind of look like the Arkham armor, like the from the Arkham games a little bit, like the Arkham Knight, I'd guess.
The drone's cameras and scanning tech are fully functional.
All right. Let's find Falcone.
All right, I guess that's what we're going for first. So we got
Good point of entry.
it. Is that Falcone? Nope. Those are patrons. More patrons. Something tells me it's right through that door.
You make your round? Yeah, no broken bones.
Okay.
No healing from the last time, I bet. All it took was a couple of C notes this time. Nice and easy.
It's gotta be through that door.
I know you burned powder tonight. The whole city can smell it.
Alright, it's gotta be through that door, I'm guessing. Why do we have the option to look at that art?
Nothing here.
Okay. That was weird. Oh, office.
That's the most heavily guarded door in the building.
Is that him?
Gotta be Falcone's hideout.
Well, it won't be as easy as ringing the doorbell.
4 armed guards. Stealth not an option. I'll put together a plan of attack. Stand by.
Oh, okay. This is cool. Hopefully this will be a cool, like, gameplay mechanic where we get to, like, decide how to do.
Couple of options for taking this guy down.
Okay. So let's use the... Link him to the screen door. Yep. That looks like a pretty good takedown to me. Alright. First target taken care of. Second target. This guy. How do I select that guy specifically? Alright. Hello. We need to link him to the staircase, I guess. Let's get a little bit of a simulation of that. Okay, make your appearance. Throw him into the case. That works out very well. Let's see. Need to take care of you as well, don't we? So, upper balcony. Link him there. That'll be the first target that we take care of, right? So we got him. Very nice. Okay, so all of those links have been established. Again, we just need to figure out how to get that last guy. There we go.
This one might be tricky. Any ideas?
I've got it covered, Al.
Maybe the light? Yep. There we go. Alright. So we'll transition from there, then use the Batarang to drop that on him. Perfect. That seems like a pretty good plan.
Bruce, have you formulated your plan of attack?
That's right.
I'm going in.
Very
Let's
good,
rock
sir.
and roll.
Your turn to crash his party.
Let's go. Alfred always with the line of the night. Do we need to click anything? I don't know. Oh, whoops. Hello. Got him. Okay. That's one. And then the Batarang. Come on. Throw. Not bad. Kick. Excellent. All right. Good plan of attack. I like that because it kind of gave us like an insight into Batman's mind. Oh, here we go. Got him. Got him. Not bad. Ooh, good block. Ooh, okay. Watch out. Here we go. Nicely done. All right. Oh, we got two more. I got a big fella there, too. Whoa!
Show yourself!
Nah, I don't think so. Is that a floating pistol there? Oh, you're about to fall down, dude. Ooh, that was close. Nice. Alright, how do we get inside?
You can't sneak up on me.
EMP armed.
Hit it!
Yeah. You think that's gonna work?
Well, it did, clearly.
Get your goddamn hands off of my suit!
Stay down, Falcone. We can end this now.
You got a lot to learn, kid.
Oh, no. Well, how did the EMP not take that thing out?
Explosives armed. Fire when ready.
Alright, let's go, Batcopter. So who's got a lot to learn? I forgot.
Answers now, or you fall.
You wouldn't. All right.
The chemicals. Where are they?
What?
I found your calling card at the docks.
Maybe those were Hills?
You
Or
think
Harvey?
wanted to
I don't
leave
know.
You here? Yeah, something reeks about this whole thing. And it is a dead bastard.
Whoa, somebody set him up, maybe.
Still want to play games?
We're all being played here, including you. Those chemicals you're so riled up about, they're mine, all right? But someone is trying to cut me out of the deal, because I did not make that mess at the docks.
Then who did?
No, we're done. Gotham's watching now.
I wonder who it is. What is your ideas, guys? Who do you think it is?
Go ahead.
Let me know.
Give him a show. I'll be walking. Oh, wait. Where's the money?
Spill it, Falcone, while you still can.
It's the Waynes.
What?
They're behind all this.
What do you mean?
You wanna save?
Wait, so are they doing the Court of Owls storyline?
Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Jump,
Thanks for the
Bruce.
assist. Now we only have to take one of you down. Open fire!
Oh, man. Okay, well, that was quite the twist.
Fire and smoke could reportedly be seen from street
Didn't
level.
expect that. I thought it might be like Harvey or
Skyline
Hill.
Club, a high-rise mafia hangout in downtown Gotham, was the arena for a clash between the notorious Batman and alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone, who was found dangling over a 50-story drop. Bet Falcone loved that view. Though I'd say the crime boss getting his is well overdue, Falcone has slipped through the law's grasp for years. But after this dramatic arrest and evidence released by the GCPD's Lieutenant Gordon, Falcone's going away for a long, long time. And speaking of newly uncovered criminal dealings, this brings me to the story everyone is talking about. The Wayne family. For generations, the big W on the Wayne Enterprises Tower was a reassuring sight. You knew that there was something pure at the heart of Gotham. That this city, for all its faults,
But
was
then
built
who
by
could it
good
be?
people. But with Thomas and Martha's shining
Because
reputation
Bruce
called into
obviously didn't
question,
organize that.
we no longer have such assurances. And even worse, it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Gotham's greatest son, Bruce Wayne, seen here in the company of gangsters, may be just as crooked as his parents. In his defense, Wayne fired back saying,
"The Wayne family has always been a cornerstone of Gotham. We've never had and never will have connections to organized crime."
in a world where the Waynes, our golden family, are corrupt, who are we left with? Who can
Yikes.
Gothamites look up to? The supposed hero Batman? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, we'll keep digging for the truth. But the prominent feeling throughout Gotham is that the Waynes' time in the sun is ending.
That is quite the twist to the story, that's for sure.
The suit, the car, this entire cave,
Master Bruce?
everything I built. I created all of this because I didn't want any more innocent people to die. If Falcone's telling the truth about my parents, then what the hell did we do this for?
Bruce,
What have you been hiding from me? Alfred!
Whoa. Dang. Okay, cool. A very different take on the story of Batman. Interesting also that we have not seen any of the, you know, big baddies that you would expect, like, you know, Joker, Harley, Riddler. None of those really appeared, so that's kind of interesting. So, you and 38.1% of players shut Harvey out of the private meeting with Falcone. Okay, so that's cool. We were in the minority of that, so that's kind of interesting. We did provide her with a quote, so we were in the majority of that decision. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Like 50-50, basically. Okay, okay. Then we were in the majority of giving the data to Lieutenant Gordon instead of Vicky Vale. And we were in the majority of the way that we dealt with Carmine Falcone at the end. All right, so for the most part, we were in the majority. Well, actually, everything but the decision to shut Harvey out of the meeting, we were in the majority of. So that's kind of interesting. All right, so with that in mind, ladies and gents, this obviously does conclude our very first episode and our very first adventure in the Batman universe.
Died, they left me as caretaker.
Let's see what this is. Is this a
estate,
preview of episode
their
2?
son, and their
Should be.
secrets. I would never betray them.
This is starting to look a little bit like the Court of Owls storyline to a certain extent. That Scott Snyder wrote, like, I think like 2 years ago, maybe? 3 years ago?
Falcone told you.
Then swear to me there's no truth to it.
The evidence you brought me on Falcone held up. Maybe I misjudged you.
Now Batman's beating up mobsters too. Wonder who he's after next.
There's Oswald, huh?
Bruce, the Wayne name is toxic. I have to do what's best for my campaign. What's best for Gotham. I have to distance myself.
Oh, great. Cool.
I will
Great
find
loyalty.
the truth. Along with anyone who stands in my way.
All right, very cool. So that sounds pretty interesting. We have some more context as far as the storylines, a little bit of a preview of potentially maybe what the episodes will be about. Episode 1 obviously focused on the introduction and the meeting, I guess, to a certain extent between Bat and the Cat. Then it seems like maybe history is going to be a pretty prominent component of episode number 2. Maybe Oswald Cobblepot makes his appearance more prominent in episode 3, because now we know that that's what he looks like. Then we've got Mr. Gordon front and center in episode 4, and then Batman in the background of an explosion, or the foreground of an explosion. So we'll see where the story goes next. Let me know who you think set that whole thing up in the comment section below. I hope to see you guys here next time whenever episode 2 is out. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.